Hello, Samuel here. I'm one of the founders at Playable Games, and I'm also one of the lead designer on ORDINEM. So I'm actually going to be showing you through ORDINEM very quickly as a mini crash course tutorial, as a lot has changed, especially even just between the alpha and this open beta. Sorry, even just the closed beta and the open beta. And definitely a lot has changed since the alpha and this open beta. So, let's get to it. This is the just where you land when you open the game. I will just quickly go through these top ones. Menu has your settings, credits, and quit. Store, this is where you will go. It will, if you click here, it'll take you to go and buy packs. This is where you will open packs, is here, to get your cards. Unfortunately, I don't have any to open. This is where you edit your decks and where you create decks. As you can see, I have maybe a bit too many decks, as I've been doing a lot of testing and just trying stuff out, as that is the fun part for me, making new decks and seeing what works. So as you can see, this is all the cards that I have in my collection. As you can see, there's also just a lot of them. These are the filters you'll use. So for example, I just want to see Celestia. I'll untick all the other ones, and these are all Celestia. I just want to see Necros, just want to see Elementum, so on and so forth. And I can have more than one to see the combination of the two. And this is the cost of the cards. So you see nothing showing up, that's because everything has a cost. So like nothing has zero, like no cost. Zero means you'll find things that have zero cost, so weaves. One means you'll find things that have one cost. Two means you'll find things that have two costs, so on and so forth. Until you get to four, then this is where it goes to 4+. When you are making a deck, you'll see you need to have 40 advancements, and you'll also need to have 20 weaves. You cannot have less than these numbers, and you cannot have more. For now, I think that's for now with advancements, but weaves you'll never be able to have more or less than 20 in any specified deck. So, I already have my decks, so I'll just go back to home. This is the landing page. Profile, you can muck with some stuff here. This is your player ID, which is good to have if you ever need to report bugs or things like that. These are your statistics. This is your avatar. Right now can't be changed. Hopefully can in the future. This is your card bag, which you can change. I will change to Necros, as I love the Necros. So I will go back to home. This is where all the fun happens. So, this is your loadout, essentially, on the left middle side of the screen. This is where you choose your deck. I will actually click this one. And this is where you choose your city. Your city determines your starting life and your starting advancements, and it can also give you, or starting cards in hand, and it can also give you a city ability. So if I change that, you can see it gave me a different effect, but I'll keep to the default. I like the default. And my deck is showing what cards I'll bring into the game. So now I'll just play solo. So this is the Mulligan step, or Mulligan phase, or whatever you want to call it. So this is where you pick cards you don't want to keep. I don't want to keep these. And then when you click done, these will be put on the bottom of your deck, and then you'll draw new ones to replace them. This is basically just like what cards you want to keep in your starting hand. Actually, I'll get rid of this one as well. So I will draw. Oh, actually, no. That was done with me. I will not draw, actually. So this is a very important part of ORDINEM. This is your dawn phase. So your dawn phase is the start of your turn. And in the dawn phase is the expand phase, or otherwise known as your weave or draw. So in weave means you get your weave, which gives you like threads, which are your mana threads, whatever you want to call it, is what you use to do things. Draw is just getting another card into your hand to use. Right now I have plenty of cards, but no No mana, no weaves, no threads. So I'm going to unweave. There you go, and I have a weave. And you can see here, this is the threads that I have to use, or mana. And it also shows what type of threads I have. I have one Necros thread, and I have not enough to do something. So I will go down to the bottom right, and just click, go to combat. There was nothing to do in combat, so I just skipped, and then end. So I'm passing my turn, goes their turn. The AI also had nothing to do, so they just passed. I will unweave again, because I need more threads. I will... You can see these glowing cards just means I can play them. So I have 2 threads, I can play this by dragging it out. I don't have 3 threads, I can't play this. So play this, Deathlord Chalice. Use the threads, played it. It's now on the frontier, as we call it, or you might know it as like the battlefield, play, the board. But yeah, this is the frontier. This is where things go when you play them, unless they're a one-off effect like a spell. But we'll get to those. So back to here, I'll just go over to combat. I have nothing to declare, and then go to end, pass. These, you can probably see these little icons. These are the phases of your turn. We'll go through them as they become relevant, but that's what this glowing icon, I'm in my second develop phase, for example. I can do things in this phase, but I have nothing I want to do. I could give myself a mana, but I don't want to, so I'm just going to pass. Oh yeah, and they got their 3rd thread, their 3rd weave, and then they played something that cost 3 weaves that also gave them another weave. Vitae likes doing that, giving themselves extra threads, weaves, bigger dudes. So we're back to our expand phase. We're at our next turn. I will unweave. So I think we play this big dude for 3 threads. So I'm dragging it. I'm clicking and dragging to put it onto the frontier. And then he played 3 mana, 7/7. So 7/7 is the stats. So as you see here, this is strength, the left one, the red one, and this is resilience, the right one, the blue one. So when I say 7/7, I'm meaning 7 strength, 7 resilience. That's just a shorthand way of saying it. For example, this would be a 2/4, so left to right. But yeah, he's a big boy. But I do have to pay with that. I do have to pay for that in other ways. For example, at my dusk, as we'll see, is the end of your turn. So dawn is your start, dusk is your end. So at my dusk, I have to pay 3 life, and we'll see that happen in just a second. I can't attack. Whenever you play a follower, this is a follower, the dudes that you want to attack and block with, you have to wait a turn before they can do things. So have nothing, I can't attack, and nothing to attack with. Go to my end. So dusk. And then as you just saw, I lost 3 life. I had to pay 3 life to keep him around. And it's not a may, I do have to do it. So I can die to this if I leave it for too long. Not sure why the AI has done this, but it is attacking me. So I can easily block this with my 7/7. So I'm going to click and drag from my blood pact demon to block this forest architect that is kind of stupidly attacking me. So I'll go to damage to confirm the blocks. Damage happens. He takes 2 damage, but he's fine. He's a big boy. He heals back up to normal at the end of that turn. So I have... I do have a choice here. I actually do have enough threads to do everything that I kind of want to do. So I could just draw if I really wanted to, but I think I'll keep on weaving. I do want more. I do really like threads. So... yeah, give me Blood White Scholar. I could... So you can see this activate. Deathlord Chalice has an ability. So... actually, I'll show you what Exerting is before I... So this is my develop phase. As I touched on before, I can play followers in my develop phase. So I just did. That's what these two little build icons are for. They show this is your develop phase. You can play like big stuff, so like followers, things like that. But I'll go to combat. As you'll see, this actually is no longer saying it can be played because I'm not in my develop phase. I'm going to swing with this big 7/7, so I'm just clicking and dragging from it to the enemy avatar. Yeah, try and block this, which they really shouldn't. They don't need to right now. I wouldn't block, yeah. So now we're in the second develop phase. I could do this, don't really want to. But as you see, this Blood Pact Demon is actually slightly tilted to the right. This is just to show that it's exerted. Exert is just a thing that a lot of followers can do once a turn. Now this can't block because it is exerted. And for example, relics can also exert to do things. So this has an exert ability to draw a card if I sacrifice a follower. Which is why it's saying activate, but I don't want to activate it because I actually want to keep both of these guys. So, and he can't be exerted because I just played him this turn. And I wouldn't have attacked with him anyway. There's not really a point to. Because 3 strength is not enough to kill 5 resilience. So they would just bounce off each other, in quotation marks, as they wouldn't have enough damage to kill each other. So there's no point in attacking. So passed my turn, took 3 damage. The AI has now had its turn. Very quickly done its turn, actually. Actually, this is a good demonstration of the bouncing off each other thing that I was just talking about. So I'm going to block with this Bloodright Scholar, who is a 3/5, so 3 strength, 5 resilience. And I'll block the Sprout Tender, which is also 3 strength, 5 resilience. You can't see that 5 resilience, but just trust me. These will just... They will still do 3 damage to each other, but they don't have enough damage to kill each other, so it doesn't really accomplish much. But hey, they still get 1 damage through. So this technically is actually the correct thing to do, in my opinion. Just getting that 1 damage through, why not? I could really block this 1/1, but I'd rather save the 3 life, the extra 2 life. So I go to damage to make it happen. They had their Dusk triggers at your Dusk, make a 1/1 Vitae plant. They actually have 2 of them, so they made 2 plants. But that's what that was. That was their Dusk trigger. So, or triggers, should I say. So, and weave. As I like weaves. And actually, this guy has his own activated ability. So, I will activate it. So, exert, pay 2 life, draw 1. Paid 2 life, I drew a card. That is not what I wanted to draw. My lord, I already have 1 and I don't really want to use it. I really don't want another one. Sure. This is really annoying, actually. So this also has an exert. I lose a life and add a thread, a Necros thread to my mana pool, or thread pool. So I can do that next turn. He can't do it right now. I will swing with 7. Oh. Very weird blocks. I would have just blocked with the plant. But, fair enough. I could be crazy and, for example, sacrifice this Blood Pact Demon. So, like, move it to my Boneyard or Graveyard. But, nah, I don't really want to sacrifice it. As you can see, the Boneyard here, this is what happens when things die. They do just move to the Boneyard. So, other games call it the Graveyard, other games call it discard. But for us, Boneyard, where things go when they die. Or discarded. Nothing here I really want to do. So I'll end, take another 3 damage. Okay, yeah. There's not really a point to this, so I will just block. Sure. I mean, hey, they got it back. So I will actually draw because I really... Damn. I mean, I guess stuff it. So I will actually use this. I get this because I've gone second. So basically, this just gives me an extra mana. So I'll use this. I will attack with these, and they will block it because they don't want to take 7 damage. Fair enough. I will activate this to draw, and then I will use my last 2 mana to sacrifice this Blood Pact Demon and draw 2 cards. That's what Morbid, and as you can see, it's now in the Boneyard. But Morbid Revelations is sacrifice follower, draw 2. Very cool Necros card that I do like a lot. So I did that just because I don't want to keep taking 3 damage. And actually, I can get it back with this. Cool. I actually can't block because I have 2 exerted followers. Like, I can't... You can see I'm trying to... Can't do it. So I have to take the 3 damage. Took 3 damage from Crimson Rites. Ow. Actually, a bit annoying. How much are you... Okay. So you can... I'm actually... I will just quickly show how I'm seeing the cost. So this is 4 Necros threads, and then 3 threads of any color, or any order. Or color, if you're a Magic player. So any order, 3, and then 4 of specifically Necros threads. So I have 6, but I actually can get myself 1 more by exerting this, losing life, 7. And I will actually do this. So what does this say? Resurrect 3 followers from any Boneyard. They are under your control. Hell yeah. I will take some followers. So I've selected 3 followers. And they are now all under my control and resurrected. Can't attack because they just entered this turn. I will not pay the life to draw, actually. I am getting concernably low, especially with this back, actually. That was maybe not a good idea. Okay, this AI might need some more training because really shouldn't be attacking here. And weave, I'm one mana. I have 1 more threads. I have tons of advancements. Or cards in hand. Cards is what most card games call them. We call them advancements because they advance your city, or what do you want to call it, but cards works too. So I have to try and do a lot of damage. So I'm just attacking with everything because I just want to try and kill them. Damn, they took it all. I mean, I would have blocked with this big beefy 8/8, but I mean, I'll take it. I will just play more followers, even though they're not great followers, to be fair, in this scenario. These are just pay life, do something, but I am getting perilously low. Oh lord, they use Earth Water Surge? Okay. That happened really quickly, I didn't really see that, but they did use this. So, allied followers gain Bulwark, and get bonus strength and resilience equal to the number of ally vitae weaves. So ally just means yours. Ally means yours, or like your stuff. So ally vitae weaves are these things right here. So they got plus 8 plus 8, which, yep, 16, 16. Ow. I am very lucky I have 2 plants to block. Otherwise I would be very screwed right about now. So just block those. Oh, I need to win this turn. Oh, actually I can, quite easily. Charge! This is a bit of overkill, but why not? Let's go. They can't block. And I win! Hooray! So yeah, that was just a quick walkthrough of Ordinem. Hooray, victory! Congratulations. So that was just a quick walkthrough of Ordinem. Hopefully that explained well enough, hopefully, the core mechanics of Ordinem and how to usually get through a turn relatively unscathed. Necros you will most likely not get through unscathed, but as you have to pay life. But yeah, hopefully that was good, and I will see you next time. Cheers.